Welcome everyone to the Essential Elements Music Class webinar. I am so thrilled today to be here with someone that I look up to so much and someone that's just a dear friend and a phenomenal music educator who's here to share a lot of information about Essential Elements Music Class. Shauna Longo is a phenomenal teacher who's currently in K1 in New Jersey, as well as an arts integration specialist. Shauna's founder of Creative EDU Consulting, is a national clinician for multiple areas of elementary education, is a recognized Technology Institute of Music Educators Teacher of the Year, and is also 2019 New Jersey Governor's Award in Arts Education Leadership, as well as many other accolades that you can see on her website. This webinar started as a conversation at Texas Music Educators Conference back in February, and Shauna came to me and said, John, I've been using Essential as Music Class since early in the fall, and it's so cool. And there's this, and there's this, and there's this, and there's this, and there's this. You'll see, she talks almost as fast as I do, so you'll see in a second. And I said, wow, this is cool. You should share this with other people. So here we are. Without further ado, I'm so excited for my dear friend Shauna, and a phenomenal educator, to share with you all the things she loves about Essential Elements Music Class. So take it away, Shauna.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here with you tonight. And this really did come out of an organic conversation that John and I were having. And we were just kind of throwing out ideas and things that were going on and what I was loving. And there's so many things I love about Essential Elements Music Class. And one of the things, and there's two kind of areas that it falls under. And the first area is, we all, as elementary general music teachers, and I spent 16 years earlier in my career in secondary, so I've done it all, Head Start through 12, band, choir, orchestra, you name it, competitive marching band, I've done it. And so the thing is, we always have this huge toolbox that we pull from. I think that there's very few music teachers out there that have one thing and that's all they use from start to finish. We're always supplementing and pulling and trying this and trying that, and this is great, I can make it even better by adding this. And so this is one of those tools that I use. You might be a Quaver user, a Music First Junior user, you might have Spotlight on Music, you might have the old Music and Use still, whatever you might have. This is a great tool to put in that music teacher toolbox to pull out. I use this every single day. This is a go-to. It's not like I'm just using it here, there, and everywhere. And hopefully through this webinar, you'll kind of see the different ways I'm using it. The other main way I use it is for concerts. Even though I'm K1, I have 2 concerts a year that are a winter concert and a spring concert. And then I have a plethora of other performances. Well, I would if we weren't in quarantine right now. But I still had to plan, and we still started learning before everything shut down. So I use this to find music. Why? Because everything's there for you. The songs, the lyrics, the choreography, the accompaniment tracks, the demo tracks, the lyrics up on the screen that the kids can follow, whether they can read or not read. It's still good. They're still trying to read and follow along. And so that's what makes this so fantastic. And if I did the math to try to pitch it to my admin on, budgetarily why they should, spend the extra money for this product. And it was a no-brainer if you start adding up what you'll pay for backing tracks as well as music and everything, when this is everything you could need for every concert throughout the year. And that's how I use it. And the ability to share with students and subs, and I'm going to get into all of that as we go. But let's get started. So let me share my screen and we are going to roll. Excellent. All right, so here I am on the Essential Elements Music Class website. You can see featured songs. They're adding stuff every single day, and I love that it stays fresh. And you never know, like, I kind of get a little excited when I go in and see something new that wasn't there before. And it's just exciting because, you know how us music teachers are. We get excited about that kind of stuff. And there's resources. So I'm going to go up to the top. And the first thing I want to kind of go over is the lessons. So this tab up here at the top, click on that. And this is in Pilot. Oh, let me see here. So one of the great things is right here, there is a scope and sequence. So if you wanted to see, well, what topics are good for what grade levels and what should I be, teaching at what time from K to 5 in elementary, this gives you an overview of various concepts, under headings, and etc. So I do enjoy that scope and sequence. The other thing is right here, you can click and you can browse the lessons by grade level, or there's the instrument units and listening map units. So we're right on listening map units. I'm going to stay right there. And if I click on it, it opens up all of these phenomenal listening maps. Okay. And they really, really are good. A fan favorite of my kiddos is the Linus and Lucy one. And it's really great. Why it's really great is because you can skip ahead to a certain part of the song if you want. And you can see him dancing right there. And now it goes to A. And if you turn off answers, did you see how the dancing and movement went away? So you can put it where the kids are guided or they aren't guided. So that is so great for differentiation and what you may need. Some classes may need different things, obviously different grade levels. I mean, I use this with K1 to teach form, but you could totally use this with 5th grade and maybe take away the answers, or, there's a lot of different things you could do with it. Okay, so I really love that feature within the listening maps. Okay, and there are lots in here, and I'm sure there will be more to come because they never disappoint with that. So I'm going to go, and you can print out like which ones are available there. So then there's instrument units. Okay, you've got recorder class, you've got ukulele in there. We'll talk about them in a little bit, but I can go to kindergarten and I can see there are 4 full lessons. So one that I like to do with my kids is Beat and No Beat, and I do it with kindergarten and 1st grade at the beginning of the year because 1st grade could use a little review to like freshen them up. And these lessons are literally step by step, take you through everything to run a full class period. I mean, you might even be able to extend it over a couple ones. But not only are there overviews, I'm going to launch one of these just to kind of show you how amazing they are. I click the arrow, boom, and it goes right to the song. And I can press play. I'm going to move ahead. Here's the learning goals for this lesson. So they're being displayed right up on the screen. So there's a lot of different things. You've got vocabulary with new words. Now we're into another song with movement. And I love how it's featuring a kid doing the movement so the kids can see that. Listen, I adore John Jacobson and he is amazing, and the songs that come from him, but all, do still feature him within this. So there's a nice little mixture of John Jacobson, some kids, but all the new content that's coming out is kids' voices and kids dancing, which is really, really great. So there's all kinds of songs to supplement, and I don't need to show you the whole lesson. So that's just one of the lessons. And again, watch this, print lesson plan. Bam, you could print it, you could scan it in, you can copy and paste right from this into your lesson plans, and done. Okay, so that's what's really great. It gives you the materials. How long is it going to take you to do step 1 approximately? So you can, adapt it however you want. Let's go back to lessons. And then if we go to like 5th grade, 4th grade, and again, more content is coming constantly for all these grade levels. Here we go, reading music on the staff. And again, it launches, and it's a nice mix of vocab with songs. There's different kinds of activities, reading rhythms you can see here. It really sequentially is going to pull in those kiddos and keep them engaged. And I love that I can leave these for a substitute, and my kids are so used to using essential elements in music class that even at my kindergarten, I can say, oh, I pick, in my class, I pick a student teacher every day. The kids get super excited and they get to wear a special badge on a lanyard. And I could leave sub notes that says, this child will be the student teacher. And the sub is really there. It's typically not a music teacher. And so the kid can literally click through and help run the lesson. I don't have to leave step-by-step directions for the sub. I just need to leave the link for them to get in here. And I'm going to show you that later, how you can share. Actually, I could show you right now. So I can click share and share this lesson, and I can pick what class. And you'll notice I made a class called Substitute Music Teacher, and I'm going to add this to that class. So when I go into right here, it took me right to that class. Here it is. I can then share it, generate a link, and then copy and paste that right into my sub plans. Or if you like, I have to put in my absence online, I can copy and paste it right into the system, so the sub can just click that link and start it. Or if you know them, you can email it to them. I mean, the possibilities are endless in terms of just making your life easier and not typing out full-fledged sub plans that they you know, might not be prepared to do as a non-music teacher. So I absolutely adore that, not only for myself, but for that sub kind of stuff. So let's now go into browse. So under browse, you've got songs, PDF. I'm going to go to PDF right now. That's going to take you to a bunch of activities. They're PDF files that you can save, you can add to a playlist, or you can print them out. You can do whatever you'd like, okay? So all kinds of activities, and there's show, like you can see right here, K+, 4+. So it gives you a grade level range that these are appropriate for, and they're also great to leave behind. I've used some of these as assessments. They're really, really great. So, and then you've got videos. Now, here's where you're going to get a lot of stuff, because it's going to show you everything that's in here that has a video attached to it. And you'll see just that video. So if we open up the Lean On Me lyric movement, it's going to take me right to that. Oh, that video is coming soon, because that just got posted today, which is super exciting. But if I do like I Will Sing Goodbye, boom, right to the video, press play. So you can kind of sort those and see what's available. Audio is going to give you all audio files of songs. Now, most of them come with 2 files, a demonstration, which includes people singing the lyrics along with it, and then an accompaniment only, which is what I love to use in my concerts. So it's really wonderful to have both of those options. And you can click right here. It's going to load it and play it. Okay, I'm going to pause. You can download those files. So I download them and put them on, actually for my concerts, I usually make a CD, put them on a zip drive, and make a folder in my Google folder, because I'm the type of person that I want to have multiple backup plans if something relating to tech goes wrong. So I want different ways that I can have that music played at my concert, so I don't get there and there's a something goes wrong and I'm like, I have no music. No, that's not happening. I've got 3 different ways you can play it. Okay, so that's audio, and then playlists, which I'll talk about in a moment. So let's go to songs, and this is going to give you all the song titles, and there's the brand new one today, Lean On Me. And so there are there are filters over here. So if I click show filters, I can add a filter by dynamics, grade range. That's the ones I use the most, I'm going to be honest with you, is holiday, season, but I mean, and grade range. Okay, you can also do theme if you want, and if I click theme, and then it's going to open up, is it Disney, character building, personal growth, Carnival, Black History Month, and so let's say I pick character building, personal growth, it's going to show me all of the songs that Hal Leonard has tagged as falling under that theme category, which is takes out so much time. I can get rid of that one, and maybe I choose a different theme. Maybe I just want all the Disney stuff. So I can pull up, and a lot of their songs, another thing I love is that there's multiple versions. So if your kids are really into Frozen 2, as many are, especially K-5 realm, but to have my kids sing that song may not be appropriate. It might be a 4th or 5th grade level. So they've given 3 different levels of the song so that you get the most bang for your buck with different. You could do the same song, but have it in differentiated levels depending on the grade level of the kids you're working with at the time. And I love that, because some songs that I might not be able to touch because they're too hard for my kids, I can now do a level 1 version, and it makes it much more accessible for the younger grades. Or maybe there's a younger song and you want to make it more accessible for the upper grades. Who knows? It's kind of your choice. But the other thing is grade range. And so so if I pick K, it's going to give me, I mean, it just keeps going and going and going. And there's multiple pages full. I could also pick grade 5. And now here are, they've got slated as great for grade 5 and up. Okay, so, there's everything in here. I mean, look at how many options are just grade 5. And as a K1, I've totally done 2nd grade and 3rd grade songs for my kids and made adaptations as I needed to. So I feel like you're not even pinned. There's just so much, and there's so much new stuff coming that it's always fresh and exciting in terms of that. So let me show you one song, and you can also come up here and search for a song. So I'm going to search, and it's best to just put one word in. I want the Never Too Late. And again, see, there's 3 versions. So I'm going to pull up, it tells you the content and things like that. I'm going to view song. Now, you might have noticed on that back page, these blue buttons over here, you're going to find them all throughout. You can add a heart, and that's going to send it to my favorites. There's an automatic playlist in everyone's account. It's going to send it to your favorites. And then there's also this plus, which is going to let you add it to a specific playlist. And once you create them, you can see I've got tons of playlists on here. I can add it wherever I want to. I've already got this added though. So here, you've got the song, and then here's all of the resources available for that song. You've got the interactive content with music notation. You've got your audio tracks, just audio. You've got the piano accompaniment. You can view it, print it, whatever you want. And then classroom activities synced with demo audio. I usually use those with my kids. And it's going to have the lyrics over here while the girl's dancing that they can follow along. Let's see. Okay, so you can see you've got the lyrics and you've got that dancer. Now, if you wanted to just have like the lyrics and not have the dancer, because you're just sometimes like, I like to get them learning the songs before they start moving. Sometimes I might have them do the movements before we really focus on the lyrics. So you kind of have that choice with them. But for level 1, the difference, well, this one has the music notation. So you're going to have like kind of like follow the bouncing ball, and I definitely hit play too soon. That's what happens when I click too fast. Sometimes I work faster than it allows me. But anyways, you get the point. And then what's really neat is at the bottom, it'll give you, oh, well, if you liked that one, you might like one of these. And so there's always suggestions of a couple others that might, because you like that song, that you might want to try with your kids, which I also enjoy. And when you're adding to, not only can you add the entire content library for like this song, Never Too Late, to a playlist, you could also choose, and this is super powerful. I actually just did this. I'm sending this out to my kiddos next week, and I'll tell you about that later. But you could add one asset. So I don't want to give them all of these because they're distance learning. They're at home. Their parents are going to go in, and I could say, okay, go under interactive content to music notation and click on that to view the song. That's a lot of steps. You can just share that one item to whatever playlist you want it to go to, okay? One item. So that is an amazing new feature of this, is that you don't just have to share the whole song and everything. You could just share one asset for that song to really focus your kids in so they get to the right place and they're doing the right thing and they didn't click on the wrong one and then everything goes crazy. Let's go back. I'm gonna click that back button. Another great thing I love, here's another song, is there are so many Kodai songs in here that we know we're doing anyways, and there's fun and interactive, bow wow wows in here. There are just Tons. I use this all the time. And what I like about this, ready, look at here, there's a green teaching plan. Not every song has these, but that list is growing of which ones have teaching plans. And if I click on it, again, here's that lesson plan of exactly what you could do. And it shows you movements to do with the song, the traditional movements, the partner dance, how you can integrate solfege with the song and hand signs, how you could have an ostinato challenge. So now you're not only doing kodai, you might be pulling in some orff, having them play an ostinato or something else. So really, it's pulling in all those aspects of general music that we all know and love and need to have evident and occurring within our classrooms. But again, you could leave this teaching plan for a substitute and just leave the song with that plan that they could potentially go through. And that's awesome. All right, let's go back to songs, and I want to show you. Let's look at another one. I want to do Heartbeat. I love this song with my littles. And again, there's another teaching plan that I can pull up, and it's got, you know, beat motions, working on the beat with them. It's got prompt questions of what to ask them. That's why I can't say enough about it. I really, really do love it and use it supplementally all the time. And sometimes, you know, I may have a lesson where this is my lesson. I use this solely. So it's not like it's always, it varies. I use it where it best serves me for the concept and what I'm trying to teach. Another great kodai song, here it is, Let Us Chase the Squirrel, right? Everybody knows that song. Again, you've got that lesson plan. And what I love is they've included how to teach the kids the singing game. So I know I'm frequently going on Google and having to Google to find, wait, what's the game that goes with that and how does it work? It's all right here. So it takes that extra step out for me if I'm not sure or I want to leave it. I don't have to type out the directions for how to play the game. For a substitute, I can just copy and paste it or just print this straight way and leave it for the sub. So that's really, really great. And so here you've got vocals only. Maybe you don't want them to hear a backing track. In this song, you've also got that option, which is so great for kodai. Maybe you just want accompaniment. Maybe you want accompaniment and vocals melody. You get to choose. And again, I want to show you a lyrics one. I'm going to hold because I tend to click fast because I get excited, if you haven't noticed. But when I press play, so these blue things are following along. It helps the kids, you know, with reading skills, reading down, left to right. Can't say enough. Love it. The kids love it too. That's really, the kids love when I put this stuff on. They ask for it. In fact, today I went on a Google Meet call with one of the kindergarten classes. The teacher invited me in. And so I said to them, I go, all right, let's sing a song. What's your favorite song in music? And the one little girl's like, Ants in My Pants. And that's one of the essential elements. That's one of the ones from EEMC. And they love it. And so the kids look forward to the content. I even found the chicken dance in here yesterday when I was like searching around, which is very cool. All right, so let's go in and browse some my playlists. And I want to talk to you a little bit about this. So when you come in here and you have your subscription, it's super duper easy to add a new playlist. I mean, it's right here, the big fat button at the top in green, add new playlist. Click, you make a title, and you click create. You can make it whatever you want, extra, or maybe dance songs, okay? And you can create that playlist, okay? You also, and there it is right there, okay? You can add items. It's gonna take me directly to here, and maybe I want chicken. I'm gonna pull in the chicken dance. Fun. I click that plus sign. Oh, it happened to know I'd want that in dance songs, the one I just made, and I click add to playlist. Success. I also like that it tells me it worked. I'm not wondering, did it actually go there? So when I come here and I click this plus sign, there it is. There it is. And I click the eyeball and it shows both assets because I shared the entire song. I didn't just share just the choreography or just the accompaniment. I can hide that. If you decide, no, I don't want that anymore, you can just click this trash can and it will take it out of the playlist. So you can, that's adding items. Manage it, it's going to go in. You could edit the name of it if you want to change the name. You decide you need to call it something else. And this is where you can share this playlist and generate a link, and bam. And that link is good. If I click manage share, I can copy that, paste it into anything. Manage share, it is good through June 30th of 2020, which gives us plenty of time to the end of the school year. But at June 30th, if you want to extend you're sharing it in the summer, then just create a new link and share it out. You just can create a new one, a new share link to that playlist. So that is a really, really like game-changing feature for me. Now, the other thing I didn't show yet, so you might organize your playlists by units of study, which I did. If I go down here, here's my unit 1, beat and rhythm. Unit 2 is meter. Unit 3, pitch, and so on. I've got my 6 units of study that I do throughout the year with my kids. You might want to organize it by class. Maybe you're like, you might have a different, you teach kindergarten. You may just have one that's kindergarten, one that's first grade, one that's second grade. It might get a little long. You might want to put kindergarten unit 1, B, kindergarten unit 2. It's really up to you how you want to organize it. Maybe you want a special one for, one teacher's class. You have to really differentiate and do different things. Then maybe title it, Mrs. Bizignani's class or kindergarten, whatever it might be and how you need to do it. You have the ability to do that, which is fantastic. I also like to create playlists like you'll see right here, Spring Concert 2020 Kindergarten, Spring Concert 2020 Grade 1, because I wanted to be able to have different playlists to share with those teachers because the teachers in my school are so fantastic. They will put on my songs while the kids are having snack time or downtime. Instead of just putting on random YouTube songs, they'll put on my music so the kids get extra time to hear it and work on singing it. Kindergarten celebration. But then I also create holiday themed playlists. My Christmas songs, winter songs playlist is quite extensive. I went through and added everything I could find that was appropriate for my kids. Thanksgiving songs, there's some of those. Turkey Tom is definitely a fan favorite, and the Turkey Twist. Kiddos love that. Halloween, they loved the Addams Family. So it's fun. There's lots of options. I find that there's more than I even have time for. But that's what's great is that my kindergartners next year in first grade, I'll be able to keep it fresh. It won't be the same songs that they did the year before because that's my little bag of tricks for Halloween songs. I have these 3. Well, no, now I've got 12 different songs that I can really expand my repertoire with those kiddos. The other thing that I love is that you can add things to a class collection. So say I could create a playlist for one thing and just put 2, like Lean on Me. I have both versions of the song in one playlist. So the class, and I can add it to a class that I created. Maybe I want to add it to the substitute teacher because I want them, if I'm going to be out, maybe I want them to work on the lesson they're going to do is practice the concert songs. Well, add that to my substitute music teacher class, and then I get that shareable link and send it to the sub, and now she can have all the songs from the concert. Now, I would probably create a list that just had share the single asset I want her to do because I'm not going to want to have to explain or him or her what they're going to have to specifically do within that. And that share link can be used anywhere. Like you could put that in Google Classroom, in a slide, a smart notebook. You can share that link. You could send it in an email. You could put it on your website. You can put that link anywhere they could digitally get it. I've even sent it out on a printed sheet of paper. Now, I know it might be cumbersome to type in all those letters and numbers and whatever, but sometimes if that's only means you have to get it out to kids, then you do it. And they don't mind, and they can once they put it in, they can bookmark it at home and they won't have to type it in every single time. So how do I add classes? So here's my class collection. You'll see I've got a class for my concerts this year. And I'm going to manage that. Within that class, I then have my Christmas concert and my 2 spring concerts. So that it kind of just keeps everything organized of what goes with what. For grade 1, I don't have any playlists in there, but I've got a lesson that I pulled in. Okay, so I had added a bunch of lessons. Here in kindergarten, you'll see I've got 3 kindergarten lessons: beat and no beat, hello music, our many voices. So I don't have to go searching. I can go right to the class. I want the hello, I want our many voices, click it, bam, I can print out the lesson plan if I want, or launch the lesson, and it's going to go sequentially through it. So that's what's brilliant about sharing that. I could just share this one thing with the sub and it would be in there. I've got a preschool one because I do teach one preschool class every 6 school days. And again, here's my substitute music teacher. I added that 3rd grade lesson. I can, oh, I already shared that class, but I can go in, see, copy that link, send it off to my substitute. If that day is over and I need, if I'm out another day, I can either create I could create a class that was, the specific date. It's, April 23rd, 2020 sub. There's no limit on how many playlists you can put in here and how you share them out, which is what is so fantastic. Again, it's all about kind of being organized and figuring out how you want to do it. And those lesson plans I showed you at the beginning, they go into class collections right now. So that's where that would go into. That doesn't go into a playlist of songs. It goes into a class collection. Okay. And then EEMC has some collections here that they preloaded for you that you can go celebrate Mexico, President's Day. There's 10 items. Let's see. Here we go. There's lots of patriotic songs in there, all of them from there that you can pull from. So they've even given you concert planning, holiday concert planning K-2. I'm going to be honest, I did most of these songs in my holiday concert this year. So, it's a great place to start if you feel a little bit overwhelmed and like you don't want to have to dig too deep, too fast into the, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of songs available, that you can go start here and then go from there. Here's the 3 to 5. There's 20 different holiday songs. So this would make your picking out your repertoire for your holiday concert super easy, even if it's just a starting place. And my parents loved the concert and they loved the repertoire that I used. All right, so the next thing I'm going to click is resources. So if I click on the resources tab, you'll see and some of these I already showed you. I showed you activity pages. That's the same thing as going to browse PDF. Okay, same thing. And I have a lot of these in you can plus and add them to a playlist. So I can add it to my kindergarten class playlist, or actually I don't do it that way. So I know this is, let's see, pies, right? So if I open it up, you'll see what it is. It's a super cute teaching rhythm, 1/8 notes and 1/4 notes using syllables and different kinds of pies, pumpkin pie, sweet potato. And you could print this out. You could copy it and make it into little flashcards that they have to match up 1/8 notes with the fruit. I mean, there's a million possibilities of how you could use this resource, print it, whatever you like. And I like that did you notice it opened up in its own tab? So when I'm done, I can close it out and I didn't lose where I was. But I can plus, and then because I created playlists by my units, well, I would use that in my beat rhythm unit. I've already put it in there, so I'm not going to do it again. But I would just click right there and it's going to send it right to that unit, which is amazing. So I don't have to search for it again. So let's go back. So that's activity pages. And again, they've got ones from K through 5. There are tons. The listening maps we kind of looked at before. This is just another way to get to those is through that resources tab, listening maps. You also, oh my gosh, this is so cool. You get Note Flight included. I mean, hello. I frequently want to go in and create my own thing in Note Flight. And so it's right there as a part of your Essential Elements music class. I can open that up and Note Flight Premium is included as part of my account. So very, 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 very cool offer. The other thing, especially if you are, third grade, recorder class method, it's here. You could be in distance learning, sending these units, recorder unit, right to your kids, or launch just one step and send it to your kids and be going through distance learning where they're learning how to play songs on the recorder. And I mean, look at this. I'm going to scroll. There's 61 steps. I mean, 61 different songs and lessons that you could pull from and create your own thing. Print out the lesson plan. Let's see. This is going to be extensive. You know, so it gives you all those different steps within it, within that recorder unit. So this is fantastic, showing good hand position, all of it, how to assemble your recorder, great stuff. A lot of, whoops, let me go back to resources. There's also the ukulele class method. If you teach ukulele, I love that. Selecting a ukulele, what are the parts, tuning the strings, standing up, sitting down, the hand position, different chords, songs. I mean, it's all right here. Let's see how many lessons. It was 63 lessons, 63 different resources in here within the ukulele class method, which is so, so cool. So that took me back to lessons because, again, it's in instrument units. So you can get to things a couple different ways too, which is really, really nice. So this went so fast. The last thing I wanted to tell you is, and I'm going to go back to the home page, is that, and down here, featured songs. Next Thursday, April 30th, is Worldwide Day of Gratitude. And I know that No Flight and Hal Leonard are partners on that project. I've also been working with the people over at Unison. It's YOUNISON.org. And so those folks have been putting it. It was created by some college students, and it's in celebration with Worldwide Day of Gratitude, where we're asking folks to have lessons surrounding the song Lean on Me by Bill Withers, and to get their kids to play it, sing it, create songs. You can go on their website. I've got a video on how you can use Chrome Music Lab with the song, even for any grade, K through 12, really. So that is, again, next Thursday. Right here, you've got two great songs. Level 1 of Lean on Me. That's what I'm sharing with my little ones next week, that I'm asking them to sing and send me videos of them learning Lean on Me and singing it. You've got Lean on Me / Don't Stop Believin'. I mean, you could even do I'm Still Standing as a great song for it, of thinking about gratitude and hope and inspiration. But this is flagged grades 4+. So you could really, there's something in here for everybody in terms of being a part of that Worldwide Day of Gratitude. With there's two hashtags, hashtag Day of Gratitude and hashtag Lean on Us. So I implore you to kind of check that out. It's a great way if you haven't dug into this and you want to play with starting to share. This is an easy way to share one asset and have a very focused learn to sing this song. Send me your recording or social media, tweet it out and tag, the teacher or however your school district sets it up. But I want to, and Hal Leonard did add those songs to in EMC. Lean on Me Level 1 came out literally this morning, and that was specifically done to support Worldwide Day of Gratitude and Unison's mission right now. So thank you so much. Do we have questions, John? I feel like I covered so much.
I think you covered so much. I do have a couple questions. I'm going to ask you to do show again. And the first one is about sharing. So if you don't mind, walk us through just one time about what a sharing links looks like, and just talk about how this is a unique URL that you can share in your Google Classroom. You could put it on a smart board, smart lesson. You could email it to students. You could use it for subs. Just talk through that one more time for everybody.
Okay. So I'm going to go into browse, and that's how I'm going to get to my playlists or my classes, depending what you want to do. I'm going to go to my playlists, okay? And so I decide that the dance songs, that's already shared. I want to go to Lean on Me, and I'm going to share that playlist. So I'm going to click, because there are 2 items in there. I've already put the items in the playlist. So whatever, I added all of the assets. Again, remember that if you only want to add one asset, then just add that one asset to the playlist. I'm going to go to Share Playlist, generate a share link. Bam, there it is. So I can copy it, I can, add a tab, put it on my website. I could email it to teachers. I could email it to parents. I could post it in Google Classroom. I could put it up on the smartboard. Possibilities are endless in however you share websites. If I click on this, watch, I'm going to show you. You could test it. You can see it showed these 2 songs are in it, and it's shared for the Hopatcong Borough School District. That's my school system. And boom, because I shared everything. So there is everything for the kids. So let me show you, actually, I'm going to close this, and I want to show you back to playlists, one where I only added one thing. So Worldwide Day of Gratitude, I literally added the lyrics only, okay? So that playlist is shared. Watch this. I'm going to click the link. Again, you can test it. And you can see when I click, this is what the kids will see. This is what will come up. This screen you're seeing right now is what comes up for them. They click the eyeball, which they know because it's how we do it in class. And it automatically takes them to the exact asset I want them to have. I want them to have this song with the lyrics playing along. Okay, so you can, that's what they'll see when they share. And the other thing that's really nice is it tells you when it expires. So if you're like, oh, I don't remember when I created that playlist. I can't tell you when I created playlists. I don't remember. I don't need to know when I created it. I need to know when it might expire. So that's really great that that's in there, that will remind you. And if you don't want to share it anymore, you remove the share. That disables that link. So say you're done and you don't want the kids to have access to that link, to that sharing anymore. Well, then I can come in here and remove. It's going to double check because sometimes we click things the wrong way. It's going to remove that share. So now it's gone. If I'm like, oh, a week passes, you're like, oh, I do want to share it. So you can reuse. Look at this amazingness. I know that's not a word, but that's okay. It has the previous link stored. You can reuse that, or you can create a new link. So that's awesome. Awesome, awesome. How was that, John?
Thank you so much. That was really, really good. I want to just iterate that, a lot of other programs have student logins and other things, and we're very understanding that having a first grader log into anything is an adventure for everyone, parents, teachers, students, other students. And one thing that we wanted to do here is to just make it super easy. So this whole share, once you generate a sharing link, anyone you send that link to gets access to what you shared. And you can, however you want to send that link, whether it's Schoology, Moodle, Blackboard, PowerSchool, Google, email.
Yeah.
Yep. Seesaw, you can write it on a piece of paper and mail it. That link can be, if you can type it on, that link can be used. Now, we want to emphasize that, one of the great benefits of EE Music Class is all the amazing content that Hal Leonard can provide. Most of the content in EE Music Class is only available through Hal Leonard. That's why we have so much great stuff. Having said that, creating share links that anyone can access for months is something that we're giving on good faith for distance learning. So you can really only share these with your students directly and not with anyone else, because we have to be respectful of the copyrighted content in the site. That's why they are temporary links, because the idea is that they can only be shared for a temporary amount of time. But we have opened these up completely for everyone through June 30th to support distance learning. And the sharing links will stay after June 30th, but they will not be for 90 days or whatever they are now. But we will always have the sharing option available and always be able to share playlist in that. I have another question for you.
Can I jump? Wait, I want to jump in one more thing. Another really cool way to share it is, I don't know about everybody out in the audience listening, but I always like to share my proposed concert list, repertoire list, with my principal administration for approval before I, start working on it with the kids. I want their stamp of approval. So by creating and sharing a playlist with them, I'm fortunate that my principal is a former music teacher, but that's not the norm, and I know that. So I can literally I can just give her copies of music and she gets it. But you may not have that. So by sharing, like, the lyrics of the song, they don't need to see the actual music, but they can actually hear it by sending them the audio and see the words at the same time is a great way that, like, there's no excuse once they approve it that they can come back and be like, well, I didn't realize it was, no, I gave, you could hear it, you could see it, it's all good. So that's another aspect to just think about, to be able to use that share link.
Awesome. So another question came in, a few questions that came in on, there's so many songs, and I know that they're sort of categorized by grade level, but of course a lot of songs work for different grade levels. So how do you, with your experience, we're interested in what your process is as a teacher for choosing the right song for different grade levels. What do you go through and what do you look for personally as you sort through all the songs?
So I'm going to go into browse songs. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to filter it for the grade level I'm looking for. Or, well, I've done it by the grade range. Okay. So then I'm like, okay, I want to start with just kindergarten. And I go in and look at all the kindergarten songs. And try to, if I'm looking for the holiday concert, I'm going to scroll till I find a holiday song. And then I'm going to pull it up, see if I like it. And then maybe I just start, like, if I like it, I'll add it, I'll create a playlist and I'll add it to it. Then I can always go back through that playlist of all the songs I selected. And then I can delete some of them to weed it down to what I really like, to be able to kind of compare. My first draft is my playlist. And then I go into that playlist from this browsing all these songs and start cutting and making the choices of what I really want. The other thing I'll do, say for a holiday, is I might not have the grade. Once I go through all the kindergarten ones, well, there might be first or second grade. So now I'll do it by holiday and say, I want to see all of the Christmas songs, or I want to, you know what? I did this. I wanted to see all the Hanukkah songs because there was only, I think, one technically kindergarten song. So I could go in and see all 7 options and then listen to them and make my choice of what I liked and what I thought the kids would connect with and what matched what I was looking for. So I think that there's different layers. I always start with the grade level that I'm looking for. And then from there, I kind of branch up. Honestly, I branch up because I'm K1. But I kind of like look around and branch and, try different themes, try different filters to kind of see what's there. I think that that's in my opinion, that's how I go about it. And I'm always looking,
sorry.
like, I already have a list for the 2020-2021 school year of songs I already want to put on my winter concert and my spring concert, because I came across them in here and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to forget. So I create a playlist a year in advance and I start dumping stuff in there as I find it and come across it, so I don't forget about it.
I love that you use the playlist feature to pick all the ones, and you can narrow down. I mean, you can even make different playlists. We can go in and make a sub playlist. And that's such a great idea.
Yeah.
So I think this has been incredibly well. I have a couple of the questions people are asking that I can just go jump on and answer really quickly. And actually, let me go on and do my. So first of all, Shauna, thank you. Truly, you've shown so much. I learned some stuff tonight on how this works, which is incredible. For everyone watching, just a couple, I'm sorry I couldn't get to all the questions, but I will tell you that most of you asked about watching this again. Everyone will automatically get a copy of this entire thing 1 hour after it's over. So you can watch it over and over again as much as you need. So no worries there. There's a lot of questions on pricing and demos. So first of all, a lot of people talk about renewals. When you renew, you keep your same account, so you don't lose your playlist. If you're on a trial and you purchase later, you keep everything in your account. You're not going to lose any content, which is also really great. Purchasing, right now, the cost for Essential Elements Music class for a 1-year subscription is on sale for $195 per teacher. And that's a discount from the $279 price. Now, to further support distance learning, what we've done is any purchase that's made from right now up and through August 31st, everyone's going to renew August 31st of 2021. So what we're trying to do is, if you're on a trial and you can buy now in May or buy tonight, just go ahead and purchase. You get the full subscription, and you get it for a full year plus all the time till August 31st of 2021. So we're giving you a full extension. You can keep it all summer, buy now for next year, and just get it and keep it from there. And so that's something we're offering. That counts for renewals, that counts for new purchases. And you can do that right on the website. If you need a single PO for a quote or a single PO for multiple schools or a whole district, you can email info@EEMusicClass, or there's a contact us form right on the website, and just say, I need this for 3 schools, 5 schools. A couple people asked for 16, and we'll send you a quote for all of those schools. We're happy to do that. So if you're interested, if you're currently on a trial and you want to keep going, you can buy anytime, and we'll keep you going all the way through August of next year. If you have any other pricing questions or any other product questions, you can email info@eemusicclass.com. You can also go to the website, and there's a contact us form that you can fill out, and someone will get back to you right away. With that, Shauna, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm sure we'll see more of you. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will let Shauna do the final closeout. I would just say, we from Hal Leonard hope everyone is safe and healthy, and we understand how much you miss being around kids all day, and we applaud you, the music teacher heroes, for going above and beyond to make distance learning work, for attending a webinar in your evening after trying to teach kindergartners online all day, which God bless you enough for that, and just going the extra mile to continue learning something new and better yourself for your students in this sort of uncertain time. So thank you for being our heroes from everyone at Hal Leonard. Shauna?
Yeah, thank you all for joining me. I know what it's like at the end of the day. I'm tired just like you, but I'm passionate. If you haven't figured it out, I'm passionate about what I do, and I believe in this, and I truly use it pretty much every single day. So if you have questions, just shoot them back. You know, Hal Leonard is great with getting back and helping you in any way you might need. And hopefully I will see you again sometime for another one of these, where we can kind of dig in even deeper and talk more about how fantastic Essential Elements music class is. Thanks so much for joining me, everybody. Have a great night. Stay safe.